So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the War Museum, and today we'll be presenting to you a military counteroffensive that has yielded a very commendable results by the FDS, which is the VDP, and the Rapid Intervention Brigade of the Burkinabean Forces in eastern Burkina Faso, in a place called the Komanjari region, a locality called the Gayeri locality. Ladies and gentlemen, the Burkinabe military base was the subject of an offensive from the group for support of Islam and Muslim. Now, the Burkinabean forces showed so much operational superiority in this operation. And ladies and gentlemen, there is no need for us to tell you about how the operation went, but the evidence shows everything you need to know about this operation. Without no further adulation, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to show you some of the evidences of how many enemy combatants got their 72 virgins handed over to them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it.
Allez-y, allez-y. Allez-y. Allez-y.
Qui tient des baguettes.
À 12.5. C'est dans un pick-up.
12.7.
Ils ont confisqué ça quelque part. On va fixer aussi.
According to information, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the numerous operations by the Burkinabean forces that was spearheaded by the Forcetech some weeks ago, led by Captain Traore, when they dismantled a lot of enemy capability in this region, destroyed their bases. Burkina Faso have been able to create a rapid intervention brigade for this particular region, and they have shown their adaptability and their operational superiority in this particular region. And this is part of the broader security architecture of Burkina Faso to defend Burkina Faso with Burkina Faso tactics, with Burkina Faso policies, with Burkina Faso principle. ladies and gentlemen, this victory from Burkina Faso had no foreign involvement, no foreign assistance. The intelligence was pure Burkinabe intelligence. The reconnaissance operations are pure Burkinabe reconnaissance operation. The entire Burkinabe construct is too impregnable for the enemies of Burkina Faso at this point. And Gaeri is an evidence that attests to the operational capability of the Burkinabe armed forces. Now, at this point, I like to say this. The war is still ongoing because of who funds the enemies of Burkina Faso. Because of what is at stake in Burkina Faso. Should they lose Burkina Faso, the gold reserve, the entire false identity that they portray to the global geopolitical public, that they are the largest gold supplier, they're one of the largest uranium, they never was. So this is why they continue to fund the insecurity in the Sahel. Now, I'm not saying that the external players are the only players in this, destabilization. Again, there are some internal players involved when it comes to harming the mind of the youth by misinforming the youth that what they are doing is purely jihad. We've heard it from so many youths in Burkina Faso that were captured by the security forces. Kudos to their professional conduct. Because if it's in some countries, the reverse will be the case. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a critical stage where Burkina Faso have been able to draw a red line. All right? And they are beginning to consolidate on their position even more. Now, what we need to say at this point is, this does not mean the attack will end. It does not mean the military operation will end, but from 74% of the territorial conquest, and with Burkina Faso launching a serious offensive operation right now, with the aim of reconquering even more of their territorial land, it only means something. It means that Burkina Faso is trying to create a solution in the Burkinabe style for a problem that was imported into their country through the destabilization of Libya. But ladies and gentlemen, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. The proof is in the pudding. You all can see what the Captain Ibrahim Traore men have been able to put on today. Nice guys finished last. It's the 30th of June 2026, and Burkina Faso finished the month in a devastating fashion. Kudos to the Burkinabe FDS, and kudos to the Burkinabe people, kudos to the African people that continue to show solidarity and support. And for the War Museum, it's your boy 7200 signing out. Enough said, but before I go, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new channel that we are going to be putting aside, all right, for any possibility, just in case anything happen. We just want you to subscribe to the channel. It's just going to be there. If there is any information that we think we need to give you, we are going to post it on that channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want to appreciate your time. I really want to say thank you for the sponsors on this community, Mr. Nelson, Bad Design, Marco Charles, Ignatius Moore, Omar Keita, Roxy Angel, Jack, CS, Simanera, everybody, man, everybody. The names I can mention and the names I cannot mention. I really want to appreciate your support. Ladies and gentlemen, keep hitting the like, share, and subscribe button, because if you don't, I'd really cry.
First of all, let me take my hat off to you and congratulate you for that. It's not easy. We can't imagine what you've been through all this time, but you are strong, and that proves you're capable of more than you think. For the young people who have just arrived, your welcome is your baptism by fire. The difficulties you are experiencing, as I said, there is no reason for things to keep being this way. But in the meantime, it's just a few days so that we can equip you and bring you up to a certain level. The enemy knows what's being prepared. He won't just sit back and wait. So get ready for combat. I don't call them terrorists. I call them little lost thugs who are here just to mess with you. They must not get the upper hand over you. Not at all. Put yourselves above them. In the meantime, for the more experienced and seasoned among you, a comprehensive strategic plan has been launched. The younger ones who have only just arrived, prepare yourselves thoroughly to undergo intensive training, to accept this challenge and to train yourselves diligently. It will surely give you much more confidence and help you fully commit to the mission ahead. Forget laziness. Never be lazy during operations. Why am I saying this? When you're told to scout, you have to scout. You have to be willing to walk. The area is infested. It no longer belongs to us. The enemy has taken control of the area. They've put in place whatever they wanted. Let's accept to walk and move forward. Even while marching, you see that there are incidents. No matter the pace we take, there will be incidents. So accept this hardship to minimize those incidents. We will reclaim our land and we will live. But in the meantime, it's going to be tough for a couple of days. The enemy knows what's going to happen. He's preparing for it. So in the meantime, he'll try to break your morale. He won't be able to. He won't be able to. Because you are stronger than you think you are. Remember that. What you have done, the veterans, 2 years and more here, is a situation to be proud of. A lot of courage for what's ahead. And arm yourselves with even more courage. I know you're going to start off well. Your position is static, but that will change. We're going to move out. We're going to go out.
Today, another milestone is being prepared to keep things hazy for the combat units.